Okay, welcome to the A-level PE induction. My name is Mrs. K. I'm going to take you through the course, our expectations, and set you a summer task. I hope this is helpful for you. If you have any questions afterwards, please feel free to email me. So the course is broken down into two sections. The theory section is worth 70% and the practical section is worth 30% of your overall grade. In the theory section, it's broken down into 7 different areas that you will cover across the 2 years. These are applied anatomy and physiology, exercise physiology, biomechanics, skill acquisition, sports psychology, sport and society, and contemporary issues in sport. So there's a great breadth of study, and as a result, you have 3 exams. One is 2 hours, and that is your anatomy and physiology and exercise physiology and biomechanics exam. And the other 2 are 1 hour. Your practical assessment is worth 30% of your overall grade. You're only assessed in 1 sport and you need to be an elite performer in that sport. It is very difficult to gain the highest marks in practical PE in A-level. For your practical assessment, you are expected to collate video footage of yourself. This needs to be extended play. It isn't a highlight reel. And you'll also take part in a practical exam where we will assess you. As part of your practical assessment, you have a speaking exam. This is where you watch a performance of your chosen sport that you're being assessed in. You review the performance, you set out a development plan, and you also bring in other aspects of your theoretical knowledge to underpin your training program. So you're showing your understanding across the whole of A-level PE and all of its topics and areas of study. So you can see that over the 2 years, you will be working hard. There is a lot of work and material to be covered. And then obviously you need to keep up your practical performance as well. So this is just another view of the breakdown of the course. So this is what takes place in year 13. So as I said before, you've got the 3 areas of study in 1 paper, and you can see that that paper is worth more overall than the other 2 are individually. So it's worth the same as your practical performance. So you have your second paper in skill acquisition and sports psychology, and that is worth 20% of your grade. And then you've got your sport and society and contemporary issues in sport, and that is worth another 20% of your grade. As you can see at the bottom, you've got 30% of your grade through your practical performance, and your speaking exam is the EAPI. These are some of the topics that are covered within the different areas of study. So within your physiology, you will go into more detail than you did at GCSE about your joints, muscles, structure of the skeleton. Movement analysis is really important and really key. Drawing all of the information together, explaining how a joint works in detail, and then giving a practical application. We do our cardiovascular system and our respiratory system. We look at their structure. We also look at the effects of exercise. And then in exercise physiology, we go through different types of training, periodization of training, so how we set up training programs, what elite athletes training looks like maybe over the course of 4 years, building up to a significant event. And then we look at diet and nutrition. Sports psychology, look at individual differences, lots about personality, motivation, group and team dynamics, goal setting. Sport and society, you look at the development of sport across time and the effects of different periods of time, in particular where key events happened, such as the creation of the FA and creating professional and amateur sports. Then you look at global events. You also look in contemporary issues. You look at ethics and deviance and gambling, commercialization, things like that. So for our course, there is one textbook that you need to have access to. You can purchase the actual textbook for $39.99, but we have a discount code off at the moment. Or you can get the ebook, where it's £10 for a year, £16 for 2 years. And all of that is on Hodder Education. It's really important that you have access to this textbook, because particularly with the times as they are, we don't have them available to give you, and we do reference them within our lessons, set you tasks from. It is really key. So as a part of A-Level PE, you have the opportunity to purchase the PE uniform. We do take part in practical activities. In my area of anatomy and physiology, the better you work, the more time you will have to see things in action and actually get maybe into the gym or into practical situations to really consolidate our learning. But that is based on you as well. If you do not complete tasks outside of the lesson, you will fall behind with A-Level PE. If you do not keep on top of your anatomical knowledge, you will find it very challenging. So this kit is available to you. I'm sure you've seen it all before. So when you are assessed, your questions and your exam is broken down into 4 different areas, very much the same as GCSE. So AO1, recalling the information, AO2, applying it, 3, analysing, and 4, demonstrating that we understand and we can analyse and evaluate performance. So in all sections of your exam and your course, you have to answer long answer questions. So 8 to 10 marks in a question where you link everything together and you draw on different areas of the course to produce a rounded, detailed answer. So your summer task, like I've said before, anatomical knowledge is really key and it's very quickly lost. So you are going to create a movement analysis table for the following joints: shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, and ankle. What you need to include is your type of joint, your articulating bones, your type and plane of movement, antagonistic muscle for the movement, and an example of how it is applied in practice, and a diagram or a picture of the working muscles. This is how you should set out your work. This is the ankle, and it's completed for you apart from the practical application. So this is what I would like for the other joints. This is a key piece of work that you'll be producing over the summer that we will reference a great deal in our lessons. So make sure that you spend the time and you do it correctly so that you're not behind in September. I hope this has been helpful. If you want to contact me with any questions, please feel free to email me.